but they didn't know who he was. At this time, Joseph was a vizier. He was under Pharaoh. He was like a Pharaoh. Okay?
An advisor.
Yeah, it's called a vizier. Matter of fact, V-I-Z-I-E-R, that is a civil officer, an ancient Egyptian having viceroy powers.
Okay.
He was an authority in Egypt. Okay? And we're going to show how Joseph lines up with another famous Egyptian that you might have heard about. His name was Imhotep. Okay? Characteristics describe the people. All right? So let's go to chapter 45 and read verse 1, prophet.
Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried, "Cause every man to go out from me." And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren.
While he made himself known unto who?
His brethren.
His brethren.
The backstory is, you know the backstory. Some people may not know the backstory.
Go ahead.
Why he's doing this.
Go ahead, prophet.
Like you said, Elder, I did look up the word viceroy. And for those who may not know, viceroy is a ruler exercising authority in a colony on behalf of a sovereign. The sovereign in this instance would be Pharaoh, who had given him the authority. And we're meeting Joseph. We read Joseph being born to his mother and how he would be fruitfully and blessed. But there was a lot in between the storyline of Joseph. We know that Joseph was thrown in a pit by his brothers. He was also referenced, if you listen to any of the other of this series, many times by the brothers.
They expressed their remark, their regret for what they did.
Absolutely, expressing their remorse and regret for what they did, as Elder stated. And they had thrown him into the pit, but someone had came by and they sought to sell him. Someone had came by and taken him away, and he had lived a life of struggle and hardship in the beginning, but he ended up being escalated to this viceroy type, or visor as it is in scripture, position. And so he ultimately came into rule. He had dreams, which is the reason why the brothers disliked him, and his dreams revealed to him that they would be bowing to him and that he would be in leadership. A famine came in the land, and you know, he's separate. He's in Egypt, but they're still back at home where they were raised with their dad. And a famine came into the land, and the only place they could get supplies was in Egypt.
Well,
but
see how the Most High set it up, prophets. Our people are remarkable. No musician, no magic person, no mad guy in Egypt could interpret the Pharaoh's dream.
Right.
But see, this child was blessed from the beginning. He was a child of the Most High, Joseph, and the Most High gave him an interpretation of the dream. And you know what? He was set on high from that point.
Because he was in jail at that particular time.
Yeah.
And he was stuck in a hardship, but the gift that the Most High gave him from birth, where it started, which is why his brothers were jealous because of the dream, and he was able to even interpret the dreams, was a gifting. And we didn't know that, and then we go down the storyline, and you see he was able to utilize that gifting and escalated him to the position of viceroy. So the famine is in the land. All the land is hungry and starving, and so now his brothers have come to Egypt, beckoning for substance and for assistance.
So right there, probably, this is what I want to stop right there. This is what I want to stress to the brothers and sisters. Your gift is not always just for you. It's for the benefit of others.
And it's never really just for you.
I
can honestly say it's never just for you. Ever. That's the problem in our society. We holding things to our heart like we own. Anything that you have, first of all, your life and your breathing and even being here, you owe to the Most High.
You owe to the Most High. Come on, prophet. Come on, let's get to 45.
Okay. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried.
Can't hold it no more.
Right. And he cried, "Cause every man to go out from me." And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. And he wept aloud. And the Egyptians in the house of Pharaoh heard.
Even the people in Pharaoh's house heard this. Joseph wept loud. Come on.
And Joseph said unto his brothers, "I am Joseph. Doth my father yet live?" And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled in his presence.
At his presence.
And Joseph said unto his brethren, "Come near to me, I pray you." And they came near. And he said, "I am Joseph.
I am Joseph, man.
Your brother, whom you sold into Egypt."
Come on.
Now therefore be not grieved nor angry with yourselves that you sold me hither, for the Most High did send me before you to preserve life.
Woo! For the Most High sent me what?
Before you to preserve
To
life.
preserve life. What is that preserving life? To save y'all out of the dry land and bring y'all into a house of plenty.
Which was probably the additional interpretation of his dream from the beginning. From the beginning.
Come on, bro.
Verse 6. For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in the which there shall neither be earing nor harvest. And the Most High sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance.
Now, Joseph, at this point, he's like a sort of a Christ, ain't he? He sent me to preserve your life.
And the Most High had been speaking to him, because he clearly knows what he's supposed to do.
Prophetess, if they hadn't done what they did, what they meant for evil turned out for good. If they hadn't sold him, they would have probably died in the land.
Yeah, would have died. I'm sure the Most High can always come up with a way.
He always
but this was his way of dealing with it.
But he worked through the physical to accomplish his goals, don't he? Come on, prophet.
So now, verse 8. So now it was not you that sent me hither. Understand, so now it was not you that sent me hither, but the Most High. And he hath made me a father to Pharaoh.
He made him a what?
A father to Pharaoh.
Don't you know a father to Pharaoh means that he's technically higher than Pharaoh, brothers and sisters? A father to Pharaoh. Pharaoh's looking to him for his instruction.
That's right.
Come on.
And the Most High of all, and the Lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt.
Some of the land.
All the land.
Part of the land.
All the land.
All of the land of Egypt.
All the land. Haste ye, so meaning quickly, and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son Joseph, the Most High hath made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me and tarry not.
Now, come down unto me and tarry not. Let's stop it right here. Go to chapter 46.
Okay.
Joseph had revealed to his brothers who he is. They shocked. They shocked. How can this powerful guy be our brother? And he sent the decree to go and tell, you know what, tell my father and his whole house to come into Egypt. I got a place for them. They're not going to die in the land. Okay? Prophets. Start at verse, chapter 46, verse 1.
All right. And Israel took his journey with all that he had. And
who is Israel?
Israel is Jacob.
Israel is Jacob.
And Israel took his journey with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices unto the Most High of his father Isaac. And the Most High spake unto Israel in the visions of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here am I. Well, I don't think I ever saw that. And he said, I am the Most High God, the God of thy fathers. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make of thee a great nation.
Brothers, now you're looking at this in Genesis, right? The Most High did not reveal his name to Israel, to Jacob. He was only known to them as the God of your forefathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's
so
what
he always identified them like that.
Exactly. Come on, brother.
I will, verse 4, I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again. And Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes.
What? Read verse 3 again.
3? And he said, I am God, the God of thy father. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make of thee a great nation.
I will make of thee a great nation.
Where? In Egypt.
In Egypt. It started in Egypt. We were a great nation. So when you hear now, when you hear a lot of the Egyptian guys talking about, well, we was great in Egypt, we were kings and all this and
yes, that's scriptural.
At a certain point, we were great. Yes, we were. But we were not Egyptians.
But we weren't Egyptians. So, no, it's not even a downplay. Of course, you're going to say we were great, because you have to speak the prophecies that was put, that the Most High, but that's him speaking out of his mouth. So, yes, you have to proclaim that we were great. But what you fail to understand is that we weren't Egypt. We were just in Egypt.
We just in Egypt. Come on.
I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again. And Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes.
So that's the Most High telling him, I'm going to bring thee up again. How did he bring thee up again? He brought thee up again with Moses. He went down in Egypt with us and brought us up out of there with Moses. Come on.
And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father and their little ones and their wives in the wagons which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. And they took their cattle and their goods which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob and all his seed with him.
And all his what?
All his seed with him. That means every one of the brothers and everybody just went to Egypt. And that's where that's where people get stuck. You have to know the history. It's so important. Verse 7, his sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his daughters, his sons' daughters, and all his seed brought he with him into Egypt. And these are the names of the children of Israel.
The children of Israel,
which came into Egypt. Jacob and his sons, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, the sons of Reuben, Hanok and Philehu, and Hezron and Chemri. And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jakshin, Zohar, Shaul, and the son of the Canaanitish woman.
The son of the Canaanitish woman. See here? Come on.
And the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. And Judah, the sons of Judah, and Onan, Shelah, and Perez, and Zerah. But and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. And the sons of Issachar, Tola and Phuvah, and Job and Shimron. And the sons of Zebulun, Sered and Elon and Jalil. These be the sons of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob in Padan Aram, and his daughter Dinah.
We go Dinah again. Come on, we ain't forget about Dinah.
All the souls,
everybody went. Come
all
on.
the souls of his sons and his daughters were 33. And the sons of Gad, Ziphion, Haggai, Shimnu, and Esbon, Eri, and Arodi, and Areli. And the sons of Asher, Jimnah, and Ishahiah, and the Isu, and Beriah, and Sarah, their sister, and the sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malchiel. And the sons of Zilpah, whom, I skipped Asher. And Asher. And the sons of Asher, Jinah, and Ishawu, and Ishiah, and Bariba, and Sarah. Okay, I said that. And their sister, and the sons of Birah, Heber, and Machiel.
You're good with your Hebrew. Come on.
These are the sons of Zilpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and these she bare unto Jacob, even 16 souls. And the sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, Joseph and Benjamin. And unto Joseph in the land of Egypt were born Manasseh and Ephraim, which Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On, bare unto him. The sons of Benjamin were Bela and Besher, and Ashbel, Gerah, and Naaman, Ehi, Rosh, Mupim, and Hupim, and Ard. These are the sons of Rachel, which were born to Jacob. All the souls were 14. And the sons of Dan, Hushim. And the sons of Naphtali, Jazil, Gunai, and Jezer, and Shalem. These are the sons of Bilhah, which Laban gave unto Rachel his daughter, and she bare these unto Jacob. All the souls were 7. All the souls that came with Jacob into Egypt, which came out of his loins, besides Jacob's sons' wives, all the souls were 66. Wow, that's 66, man. 66. And the sons of Joseph, which were born him in Egypt, were 2 souls. All of the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, were 70. And that's the 70 they reference too.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent Judah before him unto